Imagine this scenario. You're nestled among loved ones at a family gathering, and the comforting scent of a delicious home-cooked meal wafts through the air. The excitement builds as dishes pass around, and you're about to dig in when a thought halts you. Which vegetables are best for my diabetes? You see, managing diabetes can sometimes feel like navigating a perplexing maze, especially when it's about keeping those blood sugar levels stable. Diabetes has this sneaky way of interfering with how your body regulates blood sugar. When this balance is upset, it can lead to some bothersome experiences. An insatiable thirst, those constant trips to the bathroom, a draining feeling of fatigue, or even the mystery of dropping pounds without trying. But hang tight, we're on your side, ready to guide you through the maze. There are certain vegetables out there that, while they may seem harmless or even beneficial, can be crafty villains for your blood sugar. It's as if they wear disguises, pretending to be all healthy but secretly causing mischief, sending your glucose levels on an adrenaline-pumping roller coaster. Why all the fuss about maintaining steady blood sugar levels? Well, unchecked diabetes doesn't just stop at those symptoms. It can escalate to more grave health threats like nerve deterioration, kidney ailments, heart-related problems, and even vision disturbances. Armed with the right knowledge, you can make food choices that not only delight your taste buds, but also work in your favor, health-wise. Today, think of yourself as a detective alongside us. Together, we'll delve deep into the evidence, sifting through the research to unveil those vegetables that might not be the best allies for diabetics. So, cozy up and prepare for a captivating exploration into the intricate world of vegetable choices tailored for those navigating the challenges of diabetes. Our first suspect, corn. Now, corn might be the star in numerous delightful dishes, but if you're wading through the waters of diabetes, it's a bit of a rogue character. Even a modest serving, say about a cup, can sneak in around 21 carbohydrates into your system, and this can give your blood sugar levels quite the jolt. What's more, corn isn't just content with those carbs. It also comes with its own share of glucose. And don't even get me started on corn syrup, a derivative that's just as mischievous. A heads up, you might want to sidestep this one. Next on our list is the seemingly innocent potato. But don't be fooled. These tumors might be a favorite in countless dishes across the world, but they're a bit of a nemesis for diabetics. Brimming with starch and carbs, they're like that thrill-seeking friend who loves roller coasters, dragging your blood sugar along for an unpredictable ride. With a glycemic index that's an eyebrow-raising 86 per 100 grams, potatoes, whether they're dressed up as fries, baked to perfection, or boiled to softness, are still not your best companions. Maybe it's time to look beyond these spuds and embrace other vegetable buddies who are more supportive of your diabetes journey. Your blood sugar, feeling all relaxed and stable, will surely give you a nod of appreciation. And then, there's the vibrant green peas. Sure, they come bearing gifts in the form of nutrients, but they're like that friend with a catch. Their issue? A bit too rich in carbohydrates. Gobble up a handful too many, and you might inadvertently set the stage for an unplanned blood sugar spike. As delightful as these little green gems are, it's wise to keep an eye on their carb content if you're treading the diabetes path. Remember, it's all about striking that perfect balance. Moving on to our fourth contender, the butternut squash. The humble butternut squash. It's a powerhouse of nutrients and comes with a generous dose of fiber. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the twist. When it comes to keeping those pesky blood sugar levels in line, this squash might be more of a frenemy. Hidden beneath its golden exterior is a significant amount of carbohydrates. So if you imagine smooth sailing on your blood sugar journey, butternut squash could throw in some unexpected waves. It's kind of like that enticing detour that looks beautiful, but might make you late for an important event. In the grand scheme of diabetes management, it might be wise to limit or monitor your intake of this particular veggie. Sometimes, even the most nutrient-rich foods come with a small print. And before we move on, a quick interlude. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to click that subscribe button. It's your VIP pass to a treasure trove of health knowledge. Now, on to our fifth vegetable, the yam. These earthy delights might be calling out to you from the supermarket shelves. And while they do have their merits, there's something you should be aware of. Yams are pretty carb-laden. Take, for instance, the glycemic load of a 3/4 cup serving. It stands at around 9.3. In simpler terms, indulging in this portion can leave a considerable mark on your blood sugar chart. Yams are proud members of the starchy vegetable club. Boasting simple carbohydrates, they have this uncanny ability to dart straight into your bloodstream. It's like that race car that accelerates from 0 to 100 in mere seconds. And in the world of diabetes, this speedy action isn't exactly a desirable feature. So next time you're tempted by yams, just remember their rapid effect on blood sugar, and maybe give them a polite nod from a distance. Now taking the stage at number 6, we have celery. At first glance, celery seems like an ideal health snack, doesn't it? It's crunchy, low in calories, has a scant amount of carbohydrates, and boasts a high water content. You be forgiven for thinking it's the unsung hero of the veggie world. But here's where the plot thickens. Owing to its tall stature, celery is somewhat of a magnet for pesticides. From its time sprouting up in the fields to the moment it reaches your kitchen, it often gets dressed in unwanted layers of chemicals. For those battling diabetes and perhaps contending with a compromised immune system, these pesticide residues can be a silent adversary. Delving into such chemically tainted greens can open the door to a plethora of health concerns. Coming in at number 7, we meet the broad bean, or as some might fondly call it, the fava bean. Sure, they're a delight to munch on, but beneath their soft exterior, they carry a few secrets. For starters, while beans might sound like a healthy option, these guys are a bit more indulgent on the carbohydrate front. And it's not just any carbs. A lion's share of it is, in fact, sugar. Picture this. A single cup of broad beans comes with about 12 grams of sugar. That's quite the sugar splash, especially if you're trying to keep those blood sugar levels from dancing too wildly. It's akin to unwrapping a candy when you least expect it. And while we're on the topic of indulgence, let's not overlook the calorie count. Those same beans, in just one cup, account for roughly 111 calories. So if you're keeping an eye on that waistline or just being vigilant about your health in general, it's prudent to monitor how often and how much of these beans make it to your plate. Rolling in at number 8, we have pickled vegetables. Now pickling, a culinary art form of its own, offers a tangy twist to your veggies. But this zing comes with a few caveats. Here's the lowdown. Pickling involves marinating vegetables in salt and vinegar for prolonged periods. This drenching often results in veggies soaking up a lot of sodium. While a salty bite might be enjoyable, it's not always a friend to your health, especially for blood pressure. Diabetic individuals, being at an elevated risk for heart-related conditions, need to be doubly cautious. Diving into a jar of pickles might not be the best idea if you're watching out for your cardiovascular health. That excess sodium lurking in your pickles, it can be a sly adversary in the ongoing battle to maintain balance in your body. And rounding off our list at number 9 is packaged vegetable juice. At a glance, they seem to offer the promise of veggies in a bottle. Quick, convenient, and ready to drink. But as is often the case, not everything that glitters is gold. Whether you're considering grabbing that bottle of carrot juice or pondering over a bitter gourd option, it's crucial to know what's truly inside. Many of these store-bought concoctions are riddled with added sugars, preservatives, and a cocktail of chemicals. And what's worse, these additions often overshadow and even devalue the very nutrients you thought you were gaining. For someone with diabetes, these sugary surprises can be an unwelcome jolt to blood sugar levels. So, next time you're in the aisle contemplating that vibrant bottle, remember, fresh is best. It might take a tad longer to prepare, but your body will thank you in the long run. Indeed, while vegetables are generally thought of as the cornerstone of a healthy diet, they're not exempt from having certain drawbacks. Especially when additives come into the picture, the lines between health and harm can blur. The play of added sugars, preservatives, and chemicals can quickly transform a seemingly benign vegetable drink into a potion of potential problems, particularly for those with diabetes. Each of the 9 veggies we discussed today brings its own set of perks to the table, but they also come with baggage that can't be ignored. It's akin to a double-edged sword. While they nourish, they can also nudge those blood sugar levels in the wrong direction. That being said, life's all about balance. And when it comes to food, moderation is key. While it might be wise to be cautious about these veggies, it doesn't mean they're entirely off the menu. Maybe it's a smaller serving, or perhaps it's a once-in-a-blue-moon indulgence. There's always a way to strike a balance. However, to navigate this maze of nutrition, there's no better companion than a knowledgeable guide. Consulting with a healthcare professional or dietitian can help tailor choices to your unique health profile. They can assist in finding that sweet spot between enjoying a diverse diet and maintaining optimal health. Lastly, while we're on the topic of making informed choices, How about deepening your understanding a bit more? Jump into our next video that discusses the best and worst fruits for diabetics. After all, knowledge is power, and with every bit you gather, you're making strides towards a healthier you. We're here, always, to light the path. Let's journey together.